Candlesticks is the code, the language of the market. Know the candlesticks and you'll be able to make loads of money trading, hundreds and thousands of dollars. We're going to go over through the best candlestick patterns and how to apply them in real life day trading action. Also, we will review how you could have made an extra $3,000 with one of my favorite trading strategies. Let's go. Hello, my friends. As always, it's great to see you again. My name is Ulrich. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to keep watching the best trading videos. Let's continue. In order to get the life of your dreams and have financial freedom, travel, and simply enjoy life, first you need to understand the meaning of each candlestick. They were invented by Muneisa Hama in Japan in the 18th century when they were trading rice. He became so successful trading candlesticks that he made 100 billion fortune worth today. Now we use them on a daily basis to trade basically any market. So these are all the candlesticks. I'm very excited for this video, guys, because really if you learn and understand the meaning behind each candlestick, this is absolutely the language, the basics of any strategy of any type of trading. Okay, guys, so these are all the candlesticks that you will ever see in your chart, no matter what market you are trading or what time frame. These will always show up. Okay, this is literally the alphabet. If you know this and interpret the market and the candlesticks alongside with price action, you will be able to trade and apply any strategy successfully. Okay, so as you can see, we have them in order of strength. Okay, so the bigger they are, they will be full of orders, strength, and volume. Okay, they are engulfing candles, they are healthy, they are strong, and you will see them in a pretty strong, healthy trending market or a continuation. Okay, those are the type of candlesticks that you're gonna be in to take your profit and make your money. Okay, guys, so also we will see in our charts usually the pin bars. Okay, they're very obvious to identify. They are like rocket ships and they indicate a reversal, a liquidity grab, and they are ready to push into that direction. Just when you take a step back right before taking a jump, these are the best ones and they will take place rejecting. Usually you will see them or find them when they are rejecting a pretty important place or zone or level. Okay, and you're going to identify them because they have obviously a long wick and small body. The body should be smaller than the wick. Okay, there will be plenty of these small and weak candlesticks and they represent low volume or exhaustion. Usually we're going to see them right before a reversal or when market has low volume, when right before a market open. Okay, and these little ones, they are dojis. Okay, they're dojis and they're very easy to identify because they have no body. Okay, and they are indecision in the market. It's a small pause in the market for what's about to happen next. Okay, obviously location is very important for any pattern. It's like real estate. Location is very, very important. Same thing for the candlesticks. Okay, otherwise they will have no meaning. Okay, so you want to see the best candles rejecting or at least being in a very important zone because they're going to give you the clues. Okay, my friends, so we are at the Nasdaq 5-minute chart, which is one of my favorite pairs to trade, the Nasdaq, and the 5-minute is going to give you a pretty decent panorama, okay, overview of the market. Okay, so as you can see, here we are in the New York session. We had a pretty big pin bar. Okay, it was rejecting and it came back to this kind of like a base area. Okay, grab some liquidity and look what happened next. Now look to the left and this was the high of the day. As you can see, we had this little small indecision candle, which means that the volume was starting to slow down. Okay, guys, so that was kind of like a warning that price wanted to reverse. Otherwise it would have made like some sort of like a support and a continuation. But since we were right above the high of the day, look what happened next. We had this huge bearish engulfing candle. Okay, so now let's see what happened next. Okay, this is what happened next. This was a very, very strong candle. These were the candles that I was talking about. As you can see, it was way bigger than this candle to the left. Okay, so that was engulfing, and look to the left, we had all of this clean range to be filled. Okay, so this was the aftermath. It could have been a pretty decent entry, okay, with your stops above, and all of these could have been your take profit. Okay, my friends, let's just continue with this same example, okay? And it's very important for you to know how to draw your levels, your support and resistance levels, okay? Like, just don't listen to other people like the smart money or like whatever, like overcomplicated stuff. Like, there's no need to overcomplicate anything, okay, guys? Just as long as you know your levels, your ranges, your candlesticks, and you have a strong and very powerful strategy. By the way, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite strategies and the results. And if you need a strategy, you can check the link below. You just need a strong and very effective strategy, and that's it. Okay, as long as it resonates with you and your personality, it should be fine. Okay, so if you have a price rejecting an area, that means that's going to be an important level in which candlesticks are going to react in the future. Okay, because there is a reason behind why price reacts to certain levels. Okay, that means whoever moves the market, whether it's the algorithm, the banks, institutions, whatever, they are looking at these certain levels or areas of interest. Okay, so we as traders, we want to identify whenever we see some sort of reaction happening. We just wait for price to come back and see the reaction, whether we have a rejection or a breakout. Okay, guys, let's see, for example, in this price action, we see price, it was coming from here, it got broken. Now it's kind of like retesting. Okay, we see these little candles, but it's still not dropping. Okay, there's some sort of indecision. Right now, we see price getting compacted in this area. So we need to see if price is gonna reject or break out. Okay, so let's see what happens. We are approaching our resistance level. And as you can see, guys, we see some small body candles, okay? These little bullish candlesticks, which means they are dojis. Remember what we were talking about? We see some indecision. We have our level to the left being rejected, not just only one time, but here also it was being rejected, okay? So now, again, you see candles getting smaller and smaller, and let's just wait to see. Okay, this is a beautiful candlestick. This is a pin bar. As remember what we were talking about, we're gonna have a small body candle and a long wick. Okay, for me, this is enough. This is a good looking candlestick because it's at a good location. Okay, it's been rejecting these more than 2 times. 1, 2, now this is the 3rd time. Okay, guys, we have a clean range and we have some space to make some money. Okay, so you can just take your trade, something like this, protect your stop loss, and you can target the next zone. Let's see how this would play out in a real market condition. Okay, as soon as price starts to go into your favor, you can modify and trail your stop loss to protect your risk. And there you go. As you can see, it played out pretty nicely. Okay, pin bar, very effective, location, beautiful. And let's say we're day trading and you made $500 for the day. That's it. Okay, my friends, so let's continue with this same example. As you can see, here was the low of the day, but now it's creating a new low. Okay, so this means that there's a possibility of price maybe wanting to reverse. Okay, so let's see. Now we see price right here kind of like making a little support. So let's see if it continues or what will happen. Okay, price is kind of like okay. Now here, this is a perfect example of a bullish pin bar. We have a good location, guys. Okay, and now the only thing left is to you have to take the risk. So let's trade this beautiful pin bar and let's see what could have been the outcome. We could have targeted the next resistance level. Okay, guys? As you can see, after a pin bar, usually we're going to have a very, very strong candle full of volume. Okay, so they're pretty effective. I love pin bars. So in this example, as you can see, maybe the entry could have been at the break and right now we can start trailing our stop loss to break even to avoid any possible losses. Okay, let's continue and see how it goes. And it reached our beautiful target. Okay, guys, so it was pretty effective too. We had this level being rejected, we see this pin bar, okay, and then we had this strong candlestick. You will need more than just a candlestick to make money. You will need the right strategy. Okay, guys, so this is the ATM strategy. It's being created by me. This is one of my favorite and very, very simple and mechanical. And so far this month, it has had an outstanding and amazing win rate of a 94% win rate. This is the result of compounding $500 with an ending balance of $3,600. Okay, you will find this strategy and the others in the link below. Here you can take a quick look at the statistics. I was going for 20 pips. I love taking 20 pips because you just finish your day quick, you make your money quick in and out. Inside the private course and the coaching program, you will find the only strategies you will ever need in your career. This is the website, and I have designed and backtested with years of data the best strategies, easy to follow and ready for you to apply and start making money. This is the ATM, the one that I was showing you the results. Here you will find it, you can learn from it, and it's perfect for anybody who has a job or simply wants to enjoy life. It won't take you more than 30 minutes a day. Also includes private coaching for you to accelerate your learning process with me, 15 years of experience with Zoom calls included with me. Let's continue with the video, guys. Okay, my friends, so same thing. We are in NASDAQ 5-minute chart. As you can see, we are in the New York session. First thing you do is just mark your levels, okay? That's very important, and just look where price reacts. Don't overcomplicate things. For example, here we had a reaction, okay? We see this small candle, then we see this huge candle full of volume. Let's see what happens next. Now it's making, let's see if it makes a support or it simply reverses, okay? Okay, so as you can see, guys, let me just draw this little thing a little lower so that you can see. We see price making these smaller candlesticks, okay? So this means that price is starting to slow down. Now let's see what happens, because probably in the lower time frame is starting to make a support. Now also remember that this area is a hidden zone, okay? So hidden zones are gonna act like supply and demand areas, okay? But simply are hidden in between a candlestick. I have another video talking about that. Okay, so as you can see, it made like a very simple break and retest, and we had this very huge candlestick. Now, let's mark down this level right here, because now that means that we are above the high of the day. And let's see if we have a reversal or same thing, a little break, retest, and a continuation. Okay, guys, so we're gonna be focused into this area and see what happens next. This is a very, very beautiful and perfect strong candlestick making a fake up. This is really awesome, and as you can see, it's engulfing the previous candlestick. It's closing below the support, and we have all of this clean traffic to the left. So let's say that we take a trade. Okay, we can enter right here. We can put our stop losses above this zone, and we can target maybe around this area so we can avoid this little candle acting as a zone. Okay, so let's see what would happen next. Okay, don't get scared. I know it's a little small candle. Okay, it's not dropping yet, but this is an indecision candle. Remember, guys, we talked about the indecision candles. Now let's proceed and see what happens next. Okay, so as you can see, target was reached. I think it first reached our target and then reversed because it closed bullish. Okay, so as you can see, the stop loss was above. Okay, I'm not gonna go a lot into detail into the entries like that. You can just check the link below and we can talk about that in the private members area. But the point in here was that I wanted you to see the reaction of this candle. It was a beautiful fake out and price just dropped, okay, straight into the TP, filled the range and went straight into the next support area. Here is another example, my friends. So as you can see, we can draw this level. Price was starting to compact right here, okay? It was creating some sort of a exhaustion right before an impulsive move, Okay, guys, so as you can see, price was trending up. Okay, it was a little bullish. And after that, it's kind of creating a base. Now, as you can see, let me take my arrow. We had this candlestick. Okay, it was closing above this one and it left a liquidity wick. Now, this was acting like a fake out. Okay, because now see, if you see these candlesticks to the right here, they are closing below. Okay, so they are having a hard time to break out. Okay, so there are two scenarios. Either we see price breaking out, retesting and continuing, or we're just simply gonna see some sort of a confirmation that it's gonna tell us that price is simply just going to drop. There you go, guys. So as you can see here, it broke this structure right here, okay, to the left. As you can see, we had this low and this candlestick broke down. It was a very strong and healthy candlestick, but now there is a problem because we see price wanting to come back. Okay, so let's see what happens and if we get some more clues. Okay, my friends, so as you can see, this is actually a good thing. We see these little candlesticks making lower lows. Okay, they're printing lower lows, as you can see, and they are inside of this candlestick. So look to the left, and in the previous video I was talking about ranges. So we have so many clues now. We see price making this exhaustion wick, okay, creating a bearish fake out. Then we see all of these candlesticks having a hard time to close and break out above, okay? And after that, we see this strong candle breaking structure, okay, guys? So most likely, we're gonna see price starting to break down and reach down to this target, which was the low of the day, okay, guys? So as you can see right here, we see candles printing lower lows, okay? Now we see this candle, okay? It's covering this one right here, as you can see, at this candle, pretty strong bearish candlestick. It's still inside of this bullish candlestick, but now we have even more clues because now we see this exhaustion wick. Remember what I said, that it's kind of like a rocket ship, that it's gonna go into that direction, or it's like whenever you're gonna take a jump and you take a step back and then it goes into that direction. So let's see what happens. I'm expecting price to break down and reach this low. Let's see, maybe we can take a trade just for this example. We protect our stop loss and maybe we can target somewhere around here. We don't want to be greedy. Let's see what happens. Okay, and as you can see, wow, I didn't expect that. It was a huge candlestick just breaking with violence and strength. And as you can see, just continue, made kind of like a break retest and some more volume. There was a lot of volume, some trend was starting, but the point of everything was that I want you to see that this was the origin of that move. Okay, we had the bearish fake out, price was making like a base, we had this structure being broken, and then you had this beautiful move down being created. That's all for this video. Hope you learned a lot, guys. See you inside the members area. Take care.